Thanks so much for joining us today. I'm joining you from the lands of the Ganingahaga Nation, Jojage, also known as Montreal. And I'd love to share with you this quote. This is from Kim's book on belonging. And I like starting with quotes because it helps me ground myself. And also, to me, it's a way of honoring the important work that has happened in communities and in places over time. So the quote says, "It's both in our best interest, as well as our responsibility as individuals and as collectives, to extend the belonging of home place to all people in our societies, as well as to the lands and waters, animals, and other beings in the environment. This is the heart of responsible dependence. It's also one of the keys to our future survival." So what I just read resonates so much with the stories that we hear often through our working communities. At the Tamarack Institute, we have mobilized thousands of individuals to see belonging as something that is not just a nice to have, but actually vital to the health of our communities. When we think about places, I want you to close your eyes and think about your most favorite place in the world. Just think about it. I'm sure that whatever comes to your mind right now is somewhat connected to relationships in most cases, or a very joyful memory of being present with someone. This is the magic of places that we see in our work with communities that that we refer to as relational infrastructure. Relational infrastructure is intangible, unlike physical infrastructure. It's something that we cannot see, but we feel it. We deeply feel it when it's in places because that's what creates beautiful, meaningful memories. And we deeply feel it when it's lacking. That's what we experienced throughout the pandemic. So I'm holding the conversation, grounding it on these thoughts about relational infrastructure because those places that are thriving, that are vibrant, are the ones that are able to create connection, to create relationships between individuals. Those are places that have a sense of meaning and purpose, and they go beyond just a park. They are part of an ecosystem of nurturing relationships. I'll give you an example of a community that we have been working with. It's the Tri-Cities community in British Columbia. If any of you is here, thank you for being here. And this community is bringing together 3 municipalities with different local governments, newcomer groups, as well as community health practitioners to build a project on intergenerational belonging. So the work is deeply rooted in place, is deeply rooted in activating this relational infrastructure, whether it's a community garden, local library, or a community center. Those are the spaces that create connection. So as we think about places, I want us to think about the relational infrastructure as something that is essential to invest in, because these are the connections that make spaces livable. These are the connections that can also break silos and that can also ultimately build belonging. The challenge that we hold collectively is really not just about building beautiful parks. It's also about ensuring that places contribute towards creating connection and care. Vibrant places bring everyone together because they provide a sense, as I mentioned, of meaning and purpose. And they enable us to experience belonging. As we continue reflecting in the value of places, yeah, especially third spaces in building belonging, I want us to think that static assets alone are not enough. The relational infrastructure of a place is the dynamic engine that generates belonging.